So science has said that there is a brain in the heart, but actually they are misplacing it by 2 digits. The yogis have always understood that there is, from the sternum, 2 digits wide. Here is the center of consciousness, where consciousness arises from in the morning, hits the brain pan, and then it starts to sort out things. But there comes a moment when you just awaken without thinking about I, but you experience that you exist. And this is the operation of what is called the self, with a capital S. And this is what you should try to remain in, instead of jumping straight up into the brain pan. And in fact, not only here, but in Anahata Chakra, in Vishuddha, in Manipura, and every chakra is exactly like a miniature brain. In fact, the grey matter of the brain goes down the center of the spine, and like little dewdrops on a spider's thread, the chakras are different kinds of consciousness. And you can tell where people are in their life journey by the kind of consciousness they have, because it is operating on one chakra or another. And you can tell the difference in their attitudes. You know what they're about or what chakra they are operating on by the way they act and talk in life. And the higher chakras, the more open and more flexible and more aware people become. People who are working just on Muladhara chakra are very homebodies. They don't consider anything beyond their own house, and they're very frightened, and they tend to go round checking the doors and the windows 3 times every night instead of just once. That kind of thing. That is very much Muladhara consciousness.
Could you work through the different consciousnesses in terms of imbalance? That would be interesting.
Yeah, as one develops, one works through, but most people get stuck in the energy of one chakra or another, and if they're stuck in Svadhisthana, for example, they become sex mad, that type of thing. If they're stuck in Manipura, they want to grab everything. They want to control other people, presidents, CEOs of companies, sergeant majors, even many gurus. They want to control the people, and they have eye candy everywhere. I want this, I want, and so forth. So if they get stuck in one or another, then they're totally out of balance. That is why in the practices we do, Nadi Shodhana helps to balance the chakras, Samavriti Pranayama, the Pranayama square, breathing out for 8, holding out 8, breathing in for 8, holding in for 8. This is helping to balance the chakras correctly, and also chanting the bija mantras, which are on the Chanting the Chakras CD, which we practice. That works through all the chakras and harmonizes their energies, so that the whole psychic nervous system is balanced, and you're not over active on one chakra or the other, which is why people who do these Kundalini weekends come a cropper, because they start activating by a technique to force the Kundalini to rise, and they haven't fortified their Nadi psychic nervous system sufficiently to be able to take an extra charge. And that's like putting 10,000 volts through a 5 amp wire, and you blow the fuses, and the chakras are like little fuses, and you can blow them, and then the energy comes out at one place or another. If it comes out at Muladhara, people can't control their bowels. If it comes out at Svadhisthana, they can't control peeing and that kind of thing, or they can't control laughing and crying. I've seen many casualties of these Kundalini raising by a forced technique weekend. But mantra actually is a form of Kundalini yoga, step by step, and the mantra fortifies the wiring, and so that you can take the current when it comes. Kundalini rises by itself when you are in the correct spiritual frame of being. The more you are in your heart center, the more you are attuned to higher things, the more the Kundalini rises gently, as it should.